The rapist and murderer of an Indian doctor has been sentenced to life imprisonment for a gruesome crime that sparked large-scale protests across the nation. The Indian court's judgment came as a disappointment to the victim's parents. They had hoped for the death penalty. But the court ruled that the case did not meet the rarest of the rare criteria required for capital punishment. The judicial body also imposed a fine of nearly $600 and awarded a compensation of $20,000 to the victim's family. Sanjay Roy, a civic police volunteer, was found guilty on Saturday, but he continued to maintain his innocence until sentencing. The victim, a junior doctor, was brutally assaulted and killed in a classroom at Kolkata's R.G. Carr Medical College last August. The gruesome crime triggered nationwide protests, highlighting concerns over women's safety and healthcare worker security. Now, for more, Neha Poonia joins us live now from New Delhi. Neha, what more do we know about this court's ruling and the reactions it has sparked?
Well, just like in August, when news of this trainee doctor's rape and murder first came to light, the quantum of sentence that's been handed out by that local court in West Bengal has also sparked outrage and, protests from a lot of people. Many of the doctor's colleagues were gathered outside that courtroom waiting to hear what the court's final verdict would be on the quantum of punishment awarded to Sanjay Roy, who was found guilty over the weekend. And as soon as that life term in prison announcement was made, we saw protests happening with her colleagues demanding stricter punishment, many of them outright saying that he should have been sentenced to death. It's a sentiment that many other Indians have echoed, taking to social media to say that this is travesty of justice given the brutality of the crime. But this is where the court disagreed. The judge who was hearing this matter said, while this was a brutal crime, it did not fit the parameters of the rarest of rare crime, which warrant capital punishment as per Indian laws. And the judge has, though, imposed a fine, like you said, on Sanjay Roy, also offered compensation to the family of the victim. Now, the parents of the victim have for months been saying they're unhappy with the investigation that was carried out by the federal police in this case. They maintain more people were involved in the rape and murder of their daughter, and they've rejected the compensation. They say they don't want money from the state of West Bengal. They want justice. The court says this is not compensation for the loss of their daughter's life, but due legal procedure that it needs to follow. The West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, who is a key opposition leader in India, has also reacted, saying she's not satisfied with the probe and said that had her state's police force handled this investigation, then maybe the court would have been convinced to award the death penalty in this case. We've also seen the convict's lawyers say that they will now possibly appeal this verdict in a higher court. They've also challenged that notion, that demand from the victim's parents and the investigating agency for the death penalty by saying that there should always be scope for reformation, which they believe is the case in this instance. And they've also maintained that Sanjay Roy was mentally unstable, but that contradicts what Sanjay Roy told court himself on Monday when he said that he was innocent and was being framed.
All right, thanks for that, Neha. Neha Poonia reporting live from New Delhi.